Hello, and it's lovely to be back at the beginning of the academic year 2024-2025 with Ask the Head. I do hope that you've had a good summer break. It might seem a little while ago now because our pupils have arrived back in school and settled in so quickly and so easily to routines. I've been so impressed with them. But it's lovely to have them back. The real buzz and energy that they bring to the school is something very, very special indeed. I'm delighted to be able to talk you through our results. Our pupils did fantastically well at both GCSE and A-level. At A-level we had 36% of grades at A-star, 71% at A-star to A and 91% at A-star to B. And there were 23 pupils who got all A-star grades in their examinations. I'm going to talk a little bit more a bit later on in relation to a question we've had from a parent about those university applications and destinations. But needless to say, they've gone off to universities all over the world, and I hope by now that they'll be fully involved in Freshers Week and settling into the places that they will be studying and where they will be living. At GCSE, I can only describe our results as phenomenal. We change our results on an almost daily basis as remarks come in, and as I present today, we have 56% of all grades at grade 9, 78% at 8, 9 and A-star, and 90% at 9, 8, 7, A-star and A. 24 pupils got straight 9 grades in their GCSEs and are now honorary scholars. These results are truly outstanding. I know that they're a result of hard work from our pupils, our staff, and from our parents, and the talents of our young people have really shone through. When I was looking at the league tables which are published for schools for academic results across the world, they're not fully finished yet, but the last I noted was that we were placed 3rd co-educational school in the world for our academic results in 2024. So my congratulations go to our pupils on these outstanding results. We are incredibly proud of them all. So we've had a question from a parent which is in relation to university offers, and the question was, where have our pupils gone on to university and what happens if they don't meet an offer? It's a very good question, and I'll take the first part of that question first. Building on from what I've said about our results, our pupils have gone to leading universities across the world. The majority of them go to the UK, but we've got an increasing number who go to the US. We've also got some pupils who stay here in Hong Kong, who go to China and have gone to Italy and Switzerland, Ireland and Australia. The London colleges tend to be popular in the UK, Imperial, LSE, UCL and King's, but we've also had pupils who've gone to Durham, who've gone to Cambridge, who've gone to St Andrews, Exeter and other universities across the United Kingdom. We've had pupils going to Hong Kong U, medicine is a popular choice there, Hong Kong Metropolitan and Hong Kong UST. It was lovely to receive some photographs from Cherry, who went to Tsinghua in China. She's settling in very quickly and making new friends. And we also have pupils going to the US. 25 of our former leavers in year 13 went to the US. 3 have gone to New York, 3 to Stanford, 3 to Northwestern, 2 to Duke. We've had pupils who went to Brown, Columbia, UPenn. The UCs are always popular with Harrow Hong Kong pupils, and a number have gone to the University of California, and we've had 1 pupil who's gone to Canada. Those going to Australia are waiting for their offers, and they tend to start in the new calendar year, so they'll be going in January 2025. And we've had a number of pupils who've gone to Ireland, with dentistry being a very popular and reputable course there. Throughout their sixth form studies, starting in year 12, our pupils are guided and supported. They have a lesson which is dedicated to university preparation, and that's led by Mr Franks, Miss Dark and Mr Roscoe. They're experienced in guiding our young people with their university choices, the sorts of universities they should be aspiring to go to, the sort of life they will have at the different universities, and also the sorts of courses which will be suitable for them in regards to their offers and also with regards to their future employability. So there's a lot of support for our young people, and we have a track record of them ensuring that they will achieve offers from those universities they want to go into the future, and the vast majority of them achieve their first choice university offers. But the question said, what happens if they don't meet their offers? And that can be quite challenging at times. But again, there is a level of support here at Harrow. So once the A-level results are published, if a pupil hasn't met their offers, we are here to support them. And what they need to do is get in touch with us straight away so we can discuss their options. And there often are many options. It perhaps doesn't always seem like that's the case when you're 18 and you haven't got the grades to go to the university you wanted to go to. But there are always options. There's options in the UK for clearing. There's options in the US to do a pre-course before they move on to their chosen university and chosen course. There's options at all of the universities wherever they may be. So the best thing to do is to wait, to check your university applications. Sometimes when people don't just make those grades, they still be accepted, whether that's in the US or in the UK or indeed at Hong Kong. If we need to write supporting statements, if we need to pick up the phone and talk to admissions tutors, we are here to do that. We've done that this year and we've done that every year over the last 7 years since I've been here at Harrow, Hong Kong. We obviously want to ensure that our children have the very best opportunity to get to places they want to be. And if it doesn't quite work out on that results day, we're here from them. It can be quite a daunting experience, but for those of you who have children in the sixth form or are in year 10 and 11 and it's approaching quite quickly, if that is the case, and I hope it's not, but if it is the case with your child, get in touch with the school straight away and we'll be more than happy to help. The second question we've had today is regarding the school's approach on results day. So it tends to be that A-level results are published mid-August on a Thursday, and the following Thursday GCSE results are published to candidates. But the school actually get the results the previous day. It's embargoed. We have to sign that we will keep them confidential. It just gives the school and the senior leadership team an opportunity to review the results, to look carefully at them, and then be able to advise pupils the following day if needs be and be proactive in our approach. So we go through every individual child's A-level and GCSE results. We look closely, if they've taken GCSEs, are they on the border of another grade? Are they 1 or 2 marks off if they get an 8 and 9, for example? And if that is the case, what we do is we write to the pupils. Ms Crofton is very diligent in this respect and will write to pupils and advise them and their parents that it may be worth considering getting a remark. We obviously respect any decision that people and the parents make, but it's just a suggestion from the school that this may be something, a route they wish to take. And if that's the case, again, we encourage them to speak to us, to speak to their subject teachers and their heads of department. We also look at those grades in connection with, have our pupils met the requirements for their A-level subjects, the subjects they've chosen to take at A-level. And again, if they haven't, there'll be a conversation with our academic team to talk about which combination of subjects is best and what offers they have met. For A-levels, we do exactly the same. We go through every single pupil's results. So we look at what their marks are, how close to the boundaries they are, send letters if we think it's worth a remark, and also, as I've mentioned earlier, we look at their results in connection with their university offers. So it's a very rigorous process, and I'm so pleased that our staff are dedicated to doing that here at Harrow, Hong Kong, because it can change a pupil's profile. We have had pupils this year who've changed from having 3 or 4 grade 9s to 5 or 6 or 7 grade 9s, from 6 grade 9s to 8 grade 9s, having grades increased from 6s to 7, from 5s to 6s, from 7s to 8s and to 8s to 9s, and at A-level likewise, from C's to B's, from B's to A's to A stars, and pupils have gone up quite a number of grades in some cases. And we take this approach because we have years of experience of knowing that this can be the case, and it can change that profile for a GCSE candidate or an A-level candidate. So that's what we do around August time, and please be assured that we're very dedicated and diligent in making sure your child gets the best opportunity to get the grades they deserve. So those of you who are eagle-eyed may have noticed that in my beginning of term letter and on the website and on our social media channels that our results, which were published in the middle of August, were for A-levels 31% of A stars, and now they stand at 36%. And GCSEs were 53% grade 9s, and now they stand at 56%. And that's a result of the remarking process. We've still got papers which are due back that haven't been returned, so it could change again. But it just proves that the remarks are worth doing in some circumstances. But please do speak to teachers to get their advice, because they will know the intrinsic details of each paper, how the marks are awarded, and how to maximise your chances of getting the best grade possible. As promised, I'd like to update you on the progress of our Harrow Little Lions School in Kaitak. I'm delighted to say that we've appointed Miss Nikki Street, who will join us as head of the school there. Nikki is an experienced early years leader. She comes to us from Harrow Zhuhai, where she set up the nursery and reception classes there in a standalone school in Zhuhai. And she was working for Wellington in China prior to that, again in early years and in lower school. Nikki's joined the team here, and for those of you who are involved in the early years phase in the lower school, you may see her around. I'm sure she'll be introducing herself to many families, and you'll hear more from her as she talks about the provision that we will have at Harrow Kaitak. We also have task force meetings with regards to Harrow Little Lions at Kaitak, and that's to ensure that we are updated on our licensing, on our marketing, on the operations, such as bus provision, catering, resourcing, so that we can be sure that that school will be open and ready to welcome pupils in August 2025. And we also are going to undertake some building work on this site at the Gold Coast. So more details on that will come as soon as we have them. What I do want to say, we've had a number of questions about the Early Years Centre here on the Gold Coast site. And please can I reassure you that Early Years will remain here in the New Territories, in Tunmun, at our site here on the Gold Coast. We have 3 classes of K1, now known as nursery, 3 classes of K2, now known as reception, and that provision will remain here on the Gold Coast site. And any parents who have children who they want to access a Harrow Little Lions early years education can choose between our Kaitak site and our Gold Coast site. So just in conclusion, we started with university applications, we started with A-level and GCSE results, and today we opened our doors to 70 universities from across the world for our UCAS Roadshow. There was a real buzz in the Queen Elizabeth II Hall, and as I watched our year 10, 11, 12 and 13 pupils circulate in the universities, inquiring about courses, learning more about the site, the accommodation, the application process, it filled me with great optimism and excitement for them and for their futures. They start to make plans, and it was lovely to be able to welcome some parents to that event too. We've got an open day tomorrow where we have a large number of prospective parents who have registered to come along to find out more about a Harrow education. We're hoping that many parents will come along to our lower school and upper school information evenings this week. It's always my vision that every parent in the school will have the opportunity to meet the key personnel in their sons and daughters' lives by the end of September, where you will learn more about the curriculum that your child will be studying. You'll hear about important trips and visits, anything which is of significance during the year that your child will experience, and it will be an opportunity for you to ask any questions at that stage. So please do come along to it, and if you do, I hope you find it very useful. The curriculum booklets will be handed out at those events, and in those curriculum booklets, not only does it give you all the email addresses of staff and key dates and key features, gives you top tips for a parent in that year group, and also outlines the syllabus that your child will be studying in each subject, so you've got an idea of the curriculum and what they'll be learning, so you can be fully engaged in your child's journey during the course of this year. And finally, you will remember that we had the wonderfully successful Heads Coffee mornings last year, where parents from across the school could come in on a Monday morning, could join our upper school assembly and then could come and have informal coffee and cake and pastries with myself and members of the senior leadership team and our admissions and marketing team and parent liaison officer. Lots of parents came along and enjoyed it. Some came on more than one occasion. They were very welcome. So if you didn't have the opportunity to come along then, please do sign up. Details will be available shortly because you'll be very, very welcome. We're also going to introduce on the back of that house coffee mornings. So on alternate weeks, and on a rota, each house will be able to come into assembly and to go and meet with their housemaster or housemistress and to learn more from them and to get to know them better, again in a very informal setting. So more opportunities for you to come into school and to get involved. Please take them up because we love to have you here. Thank you very much for tuning in to Ask the Head, and I look forward to seeing you in person at a school event over the course of the next couple of weeks, and then back here in the chair. Please send your questions in to Ask the Head because we love to be able to answer any queries that parents may have.